Hi, hi, and welcome. It's Amanda here, the creative gardener, and I'm not in my usual get-up, but what I'm doing is I'm harvesting some things from the garden. So one of the first things I've harvested is aloes, and aloes, you can use it like a shampoo, like a conditioner. It's very good for the skin, various different things you can use it for, like sunburn. It's used in a lot of products that we use regularly, so shampoos, but the amount that you would get from them is very minute. Now it's beginning to seep through the towel. So today I'm using it as a conditioner, and I'm gonna show you how you can prepare it and then use it. So I'm not going to show you me washing my hair. All I've done so far is I'll show you the process that I use, and then all I've done so far is just put it all over my head and put a bag on it so that it can heat up, I don't know, so it can condition my scalp and also the hair follicles. So let me show you what you have to do. Okay, come on. Okay, so here's the aloes that I've cut. Now I'll put it here on a plate. You've got to be careful because it stains, so you have to make sure that you put it on something and keep it away from clothes because it will stain. It's got a kind of a red, it's like a red colouring. So when it stains and it leaves like a red stain. Or a purple, a dusky pink, dusty pink or dusky pink, whatever it is. Anyway, so this is yellow. So I'm just gonna quickly wash them off, and then I'm going to prepare it. Now what I've got is a bowl, which might not even be big enough now for this. Let's see, it's slimy. I've got my blender here, and I've got a container. It's a plastic container. You can use a glass container. I'm recycling this. It's a tomato passata container. It's quite a thick, heavy-duty container, so there's no kind of issues with the plastics. Okay, so wash it once you've sliced it. See, they're good, I'm gonna say good healthy slices, but they're good thick slices. You're gonna get quite a lot from here. They're quite heavy, and you have to be careful of the edges because they're quite spiny, so that's usually what I cut off first. So we're gonna get on with it, and I'll show you how I'll prepare it so that I can then use it either as a conditioner, or you know, you can take a spoon from it and have it in a drink, herbal tea, or use it in a smoothie. Whatever you want to do, you can then utilize it. You don't have to blend it. You can have just the slices, but yeah, it's probably easier to, is it easier to manage? Maybe in the slices you can, you know, you might be able to, you know, just take a slice and utilize it. Anyway, so let me wash it and we'll come back. Okay, so here we are with the aloes. Now let me I'll just rest those in there now in the blender so that I can just deal with this one. Because it's quite, the spines on the side, it can be awkward to deal with, so I just cut it into smaller, more manageable pieces, and it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful inside. It's gorgeous. Look at that. It's amazing. So there's a lot of stuff coming from it. It's the juices, and so let's just get on. So I would cut the spines off, just like that, along the side. and then it makes it so much easier to work with. So I'm just going to do the same for these that I've got here, and then you're equipped to go and cut your own when you have it. As I say, not everybody, you know, depending on where you are in the world, not everybody, they won't grow to this size, you know, for everyone, because I'm special. No, but it depends on the region where you are. It depends on where you are. So if you're in a colder climate, it probably will, you know, stay quite small, dependent on whether you're going to be growing it indoors in a pot. So it's restricted by, I guess, you know, it can be restricted by the pot. And I think, yeah, in a tropical environment, everything grows a lot bigger. So this small one is, I can hear what some, it's like I can hear what some people are saying. So what some people do is they would just blend it and strain it, but I don't particularly want to do that. I guess it does just make it a bit more finicky. It's easier when you're doing the, and perhaps this knife is not the best of knives to use, but what I do after I've blended what I need, I then blend all of this with all of this bit, and I put it back in the garden. So you could either compost it or, you know, whatever you want to do with it. So I just slice it, taking care not to cut. You know, you want to preserve as much of the aloes as possible. You don't want to just peel it all off. But it's all going to be going back into the soil. So I would put this, I started, like, you know, the peelings and everything, I've started kind of just, you can put them on straight on in your compost, but my composts are full at the moment. And so what I started doing was just bunging them in the blender and then digging a hole by the plant and then just pouring it in. So it's like, you know, an instant shot of nutrients. So it's all of the nutrients from the skin that you get. So I would put this around any plant that's maybe having some troubles with like pests or anything. And I'm wondering whether you could use the gel as a deterrent, because we've got lots of snails and slugs. The slugs, I've never seen slugs as big as they are here. They're ginormous, absolutely ginormous. And I've got a particular hedge that, especially when it rains, they find themselves on this hedge. And it's like they're just basking in defiance and saying, look, yeah, we're here. We're gonna slime our way all over your plants. Okay, so make sure you start with clean hands as well, because if you're going to be, you know, eating this and, you know, using it in as food, then you want to make sure you start out well. But look at that, isn't that amazing? Oops. It's gorgeous. I'm just seeing the beauty. Look at the lines of the plants. I'm seeing beauty in so many things that I wouldn't normally. And look at the clear gel. So this is 100%. You see those things that say 100% aloes? No, this is 100%. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so I'll put it all in the bowl. And as I say, it can get kind of messy. And we're just going to cut this. So you get the kind of idea. You cut it up so it's more manageable, cut off the spines, and then you peel it. And it's not going to go to waste. So even if I don't manage to get it all, and it's getting kind of very slippery with this knife, I normally do it by the sink. But yeah, it's not going to go to waste. Because as I say, it's going to be just blended up and put out under a plant. And we seem to get so much, and then it can break down. There, look at that. Oops. And this stuff is like, it feels like, when you have this on your hair, it feels like shampoo. It's just amazing. It's an amazing feeling. It feels like a really bubbly shampoo. And then you've got the added benefits that it soothes the scalp, puts nutrients into the scalp. Like I've got it on my hair right now, just sitting under a bag, just to sort of like act as give the sauna effect, a mobile sauna effect in a bag. Okay, so there it is. There's the gel. And as I say, you can cut it up into bits. Let's just move this out of the way. You can, yeah, slice it into bits and utilize it like that. What I would suggest is not making too much in advance. I'm going to get through all of this because we're, as I say, using it as a I'm using it as a shampoo, and also leaving a little bit in the fridge so that as a skin conditioner, and also as a, you see how I'm not going to see how soapy it is. It's, as a skin conditioner, you can add it to some of the creams that you have. You don't have to add a lot, you can add a bit, and it's, really does, if you've got bites or anything, you can put it on that. If you've got dry skin, just put it on and allow it to dry. Or if you just come back from the beach or, the sun, out in the sun, you can also put it on your skin. It definitely will help condition your skin. So yeah, as I said, none of it goes to waste, and then all of this will be blended up and utilised out in the garden. So I have to get on and cut these two and do it before, you don't want it to go all brown. And I'll transport this lot into the blender, and we're going to blend it up. And when they're all ready, I'll blend it up and I'll let you see. Okay, and here we have it. Here's all of the, from the three stems that I cut, well, not stems, the leaves, the arms, the fingers. So I've peeled it, and so it's best to work really fairly quickly, and I've peeled most of the skin off. It doesn't matter about, I'm not too fussed about like these little bits, and then just adding it to my blender. Okay, and I'm gonna blend that. Put the lid on. Okay, so let's blend. Okay, so finished blending. There's lots of bubbles, but it will settle down. And here is my jar that's been washed out. Just take out the water because you don't want any additional water. And I'm going to take this out, otherwise it will fall out. Put that there. It's got quite a strong smell. And just pouring it all in there. Now I dare you to put some water in there and drink it. Okay, lots of vitamins in there. So just putting this lid back on, and this will go into the fridge. It's going to settle down, so once all the bubbles are out, it's probably half this jar. Don't harvest more than you can use. It doesn't make sense. It's better to be growing out in the garden than in the fridge and not being utilised. So this really is going to go today, and any that I might need in terms of, you know, for consumption, I just slice as I go. I wouldn't take a whole one. I would just slice it and use that. I'd use less. But this is going to be going for hair, as a shampoo, as a conditioner, and for the skin, for the mosquito bites, and then the sandflies that seem to come at kind of 5 o'clock. Anyway, I'm going to put this in the fridge and all the nutrients will remain in there. Okay, so we've done that part of the journey, and to the rest that I showed you, I've added it to water, and we're gonna just drink it, refreshing drink. I'll see how bitter it is, because it can be quite bitter. Delicious. It's a little bit bitter, but yeah, you can taste all the goodness that's coming through. And you can see I put some on my hair. I've taken the bag off, and so it's still moist. The bag kind of makes it moist. And then, as I say, I'm going to use some of the rest of it as a shampoo. It's very kind of that same kind of texture as suds, and it's just amazing to know that you can get that from a plant. Actually, isn't too bad. It's like, for those of you who know cerasee, it's well, you would know what it's like anyway. So imagine now, you know, there's those drinks you can get that's got aloes and it's flavored with strawberry or whatever. Imagine how sweet they are. So, and they put a little bits of the gel in it, but it's not bitter. So imagine how much sugar they put in there. I'd have said, yeah, no, do you know what, it's actually okay. And there's just a little on the back of the tongue. You've got a little bit of, and I've only just used a little bit, so you know, it's something that you can, you know, in the morning, you know, start your day with some aloes, put a teaspoon or whatever into some warm water, and then just drink that. It's good. I feel healthy already. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you're going to be doing with your aloes. As I said, I'm not showing you the process of me washing my hair. I don't do those kind of videos, but it's a good conditioner. My hair was getting quite dry and it really did need conditioning. And as I said, the other thing you can do is just as a general conditioner, you could maybe mix it with, if you've got some other natural supplies, or making your own. I'd love to be able to learn how to make some of my own, you know, beauty products and creams and soaps, and not necessarily the scented candles, but I'd love to make some soaps. But yeah, so creams, I did say creams, didn't I? But this is a good start. This is a very easy way to be able to do that. And again, you can also use it neat on your skin as to soothe the bites or burns, or if you've been out in the sun too long, or if you've been out in the cold and your skin can get very dry as well, or air conditioned places. So wonderful aloes. Cheers. Join me on the Patreon blog. I'm gonna be showing you some additional photographs of the aloes and sharing just some other things. You don't have to be a patron to come and join me on the Patreon blog, because I make it available to all, and it's just a way for me to share some of the wonderful photographs and images that are out there in my garden. So look forward to seeing you next time and seeing and showing you what I'm getting up to in the garden. Take care for now.